Hello students, in the last class we have looked at the introduction part of linear equations in one variable, and we got to know the basics about linear equations in one variable. Okay, and finally we looked at how to solve linear equations, and we ended with one example. In this class uh, we will move on to some more real life examples or real life situations where we apply these linear equations, and before that we will look into how to solve the basic linear equations. Okay, let me take one example for you, that is x by 3 plus 5 by 2 is equal to minus 3 by 2. Okay, in this equation, okay, first let us see if this is a linear equation or not. I will say yes. Why? See, this has got a variable and the power of variable is only 1. If it was 2 or more, then it would have been non-linear equation. Since it has only the 1 as highest power, it is a linear equation, and it is a linear equation in one variable. Okay, now in this example you are asked to find the value of x. Okay, to find the value of x you have to reduce this equation into a form of this kind, that is x equal to something. If you reduce this equation into this form, then you will be in a state to say that I have found x. Okay, now see here how to reduce equation of this kind to this form, that is, now see, on this side I want to reduce it to only x. How to do it? I have to eliminate other terms. Now see, in this case first I will eliminate this 5 by 2. How will I do it? X by 3 plus 5 by 2. To remove this 5 by 2, what can I do? I can subtract another 5 by 2 from this. Okay, if I do it only on LHS, then okay, if I perform this operation only on one side, then the equation will not be balanced. To do that, to make the equation balanced, what I will do, I will perform, or I will do the same operation on the RHS also. Now see here, this will become minus 5 by 2. Okay, in the previous class I told you why we do this and the validity of this type of method. Okay, or this method. Okay, now see here, on this side we are removing this 5 by 2. Okay, or what we say is anything minus the same will be 0, that is x minus x is 0, or 3 minus 3 is 0, for example. Same way 5 by 2 minus 5 by 2 will be 0. So x by 3 plus 0 is equal to minus 3 by 2 plus 5 by 2. Okay, we are taking minus common here. Now see, this is x by 3 is equal to minus. Now see, you know how to add fractions. If you have same denominators, then what will we do? We will just add the numerators and keep the denominator as it is. So it will be written in the form p by q again. So again it is a fraction, that is it becomes 8 by 2 now. What is 8 by 2? It is 4. So x by 3 is equal to minus 4. Okay, now see, from this we want to reduce it to this form. To do so, what we can do here, this is by 3. To remove this 3, we can multiply 3 on this side. So it becomes 3x by 3. What are we doing here? We are multiplying 3 on LHS, and to make the equation balanced, we do the same thing on the RHS also. So it becomes minus 4 into 3. Okay, now see here, this 3 and 3 cancelled, 3 ones are 3, Okay, so this becomes 1 now, 1x. So 1x is x is equal to minus 4 into 3 is minus 12. So finally you have reduced this equation to this form, and it reduced to x equal to something. So you have found x here, x is equal to minus 12. Okay, this is how you solve simple linear equations. Now we will move on to some real life situations where we apply linear equations. Okay, with some examples. We will look into some examples. For that, let us take one given in your book. Okay, one example is the difference between two whole numbers is 66. Okay, the difference between two whole numbers, this is one whole number, this is another whole number, is 66. The difference between them is 66, and the ratio of the whole numbers is 2/5. Okay, the ratio is 2:5. Okay. Now see here, how you will find the ratio of any two numbers. That is, if you have a number like x and y, the ratio is found this way, x by y. Okay, in this case the ratio is found to be 2:5. 2:5, which is equal to 2/5. The ratio is like this. So let us take the numbers be 2x and 5x. Okay, if you consider the numbers as the one number as 2x and the other as 5x, then again the ratio won't change. It will be 2/5. Okay, now see here, you have got the two numbers in as a mix of constant and a variable, but you have to find the actual number. Okay, the one number is 5x, the other is 2x. Now see, the difference of two numbers is 66, which is given to you. So it will be 5x minus 2x is equal to 66. Okay, 5x minus 2x is equal to 66. So it becomes 3x on this side. 5x minus 2x is 3x, which is equal to 66. Now in this case you have to find the value of x. To do so, divide both LHS and RHS by 3. 3x by 3, and on this side 66 by 3. Why this? Because if you perform same operation on both the sides of this equality sign, then the equation won't change. Okay, so this is 3 ones are 3, and this x is equal to 66 by 3 is 3 2s are 6 and 3 2s are 6, 22. X you got it as 22, but this is not the final answer. You are asked to find the two numbers. What are the two numbers? 2x and 5x. So one number is 2 into 22. This is one number. 2 into 22 is 44, and the other is 5 into 22. So it becomes 5 2s are 10, 1 carry, 5 2s are 10, 11, 1 10. Okay, now see here, these are the numbers they wanted. Okay, they wanted you to find out. Now see, check the validation of these numbers. Check if these numbers are correct. Now see, they have given that the difference between two whole numbers is 66. So it becomes 110 minus 44. Check if this is 66. Now see, 110 minus 44 is, borrow 1, 10 minus 4 is 6, and this becomes 0, and 10 minus 4 is 6. See the condition which they have given. So the numbers which we have found is correct. Okay, so this is how you reduce the statements in the equations form, and then you try to find out the variable and the required condition. Okay, now let me take one more example. that is, okay, the one more example is Devesh. A person called Devesh has total of rupees 590. He has a total sum of rupees 590. Okay, and okay, 590 in total he has 590, but the denominations, that is the notes he have are 50 rupees notes, 20 rupees notes and 10 rupees notes. Okay, he have 50 rupees, 10 rupees and 20 rupees notes. In total he has 590. Okay, how many 50, how many 20, how many 10, we don't know that. Okay, and the conditions given are the ratio of number of 50 notes and 20 notes is 3 by 5. Okay, 50 rupee notes, number of 50 rupee notes by number of 20 rupee notes is equal to 3 by 5. 3 by 5. Okay, and in total he has 25 notes. In total he has 25 notes. Then they are asking you to find out how many notes are there of each denomination, that is 50 rupee notes, how many they are, that is they are asking the number of 50 rupee notes, they are asking number of 20 rupee notes and 10 rupee notes. Okay, now see here, in total he has, Devesh, a person has 25 notes. So for a number of 50 rupee notes I will take it as N5, N50, and plus number of 20 rupees notes I will take it as N20, plus number of 10 rupee note as N10, which is equal to 25. That is total number of notes he has 25, and number of 50 rupee notes to number of 20 rupee notes is 3 by 5. So it is N of 50 by N20. That is number of 50 rupee notes to number of 20 rupee notes is 3 by 5. So the ratio to remain same, let us take this as 3x and 5x. Okay, so the number of 50 rupee notes is 3x and number of 20 rupee notes is 5x. Okay, so these value I got it, that is 3x plus 5x plus n of 10 is equal to 25. Okay, in total he has 25 notes. So number of 10 rupee notes is equal to, number of 10 rupee notes will be equal to, this 3x goes that side, so number of 10 rupee notes is equal to, wait, let me tell you in simple way, that is number of 10 rupee notes is equal to 25 total number of notes minus 50 rupee notes, that is 3x, minus 20 rupee notes, that is 5x. So number of 10 rupee notes is equal to 25 notes minus 50 rupee notes minus 20 rupee notes. Okay, so it becomes 25 minus 8x. Okay, and in total he has 590 rupees. Okay, now see here, total is 590 rupees. So now see here, number of 50 rupee notes is 3x, number of 20 rupee notes is 5x, and number of 10 rupee notes is 25 minus 8x. Total money is this much. So 3x into 50 rupees. 3x into 50 means 50 rupee notes. Number of 50 rupee notes into 50 plus number of 20 rupee notes into 20 plus number of 10 rupee notes into 10 is equal to 590. Okay, now see here, just simplify this and you will get the answer. That is, this 3x into 50 is 150x plus 5x into 20 is 100x plus this is 25 into 10 is 250 minus 80x is equal to 590. Okay, now see here, 150 plus 100 minus 80, so it is 250x minus 80x plus 250 is equal to 590. Okay, 250 minus 80 is 170x. Okay, now see, I want to reduce this into the form as x is equal to something to find x. To do so, what I will do, 170x plus 250 minus 250, and on this side 590 minus 250, so it reduced to 170x, this will be 0, is equal to 590 minus 250 is 340. So x 170 x by 170, wait, let me write it clearly. One 170 x by 170 is equal to 340 by 170. See here, I am doing the same operation on both the sides, so the equation won't change, and this 170 ones are 170 twos are, so x is equal to 2. This is not your final answer. This is not what they are asking. They are asking you number of notes, that is number of 50 rupee notes is 3x, so which is equal to 3 into 2 is equal to 60. Oh sorry, 6. Number of 50 rupee note is 6, and number of 20 rupee notes, he has 5x, that is v, which is what we have reduced it to, so it becomes 5 into 2 is equal to 10, and number of 10 rupee notes is 25 minus 8x, which is number of 10 rupee notes, which becomes 25 minus 8 into 2 is equal to 25 minus 16 is equal to 9. Okay, so number of 50 rupee notes is 6, number of 20 rupee notes is 10, number of 10 rupee notes is 9. Now see here, check if this will be correct. How to do it? Now see, 50 into 6 will be 300, and 20 into 10 will be 200, and 10 into 9 will be 90, and the total amount will become 590. Okay, so what we have found is right, 6, 10 and 9. Okay, this is how we use linear equations in our day-to-day life. So this is about your third chapter, that is linear equations in one variable. Thank you.